Hello, I'm Sergio Meyer, and this is Tech Time Tips. This tip is going to be how to do some disk cleanup and clean up old files off your computer to keep it running like new. This is kind of a general maintenance thing, you know, maybe once a month sort of thing you should do it on the computer, just to clean up those old files, get rid of things you don't need, to keep the hard drive, you know, free of anything that it doesn't necessarily have to have on it, and it keeps the computer running really fast. And so we're going to look at two tools that can help with that actually. One's called the disk defragmenter and one's called the disk cleanup. And both come right in Windows, so you don't have to worry about buying anything or getting any separate programs. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. You can get to them by just clicking in the Start menu and going into All Programs, and it's actually in the Accessories folder. And this is the same in all versions of Windows from XP and on. So XP, Vista, 7, whatever you got, real simple to find. And then we're going to go down to System Tools. And you'll see the disk cleanup that, like I said, we were going to use. So I'll click on that. And it's going to ask me which drive I want to do. In most cases, you want to do the C drive because that's where all of your files are kept. So I'm just going to go with that. And sometimes it takes up to a minute to scan your hard drive to see what it's going to do. So while waiting for that, I'll explain what it's going to, once it finds what it's going to delete. It'll often delete old program files that you no longer have installed. It'll delete the history from your browser, like if you use Internet Explorer or Firefox. It'll delete all the old files from that because every time you go to a web page, it saves those files and you don't need those forever. It's also going to be able to compress some old files. So we'll take a look at here, and you'll see that it says the total amount of space I'll gain is 55.8 megabytes. So that's 55 megabytes I didn't have before. So if I go ahead and hit the OK button, it'll go ahead and clear all of that out. And you just have to confirm that you want to permanently do this. And you hit delete, and it goes through and finishes that up. And that usually just takes a couple seconds, and we're done. The other tool I want to bring up was the disk defragmenter. This one can take a lot longer, a few hours sometimes, so this is something you might want to run overnight. But once again, it's in the System Tools, and I'll go to Disk Defragmenter. Now, I'm not actually going to run it, but what we're going to do is I will analyze my C drive. That's, once again, where all of my files are stored. And it's going to show me how long it might take to defragment it. And what that really means is when information is stored in your hard drive, it's kind of like a circle or a CD. And sometimes when you delete files or move files, it kind of gets out of order. And what the defragmenter does is it puts it back in a compact order so that it can find the files as quickly as possible. And the benefit of that is your hard drive moves faster. When you open up files on the computer or programs, they'll start up faster. When you even turn the computer on, that'll move quicker. This is something you don't have to do all the time, though. This is one of those things, like I said, once a month is probably plenty. So as you can see, it's just going to finish up analyzing here. And as you can see here, it says it's 1% fragmented. That's not bad at all, and that's because I do this regularly, so it's not a problem. If it says it's 20% or anything above that fragmented, I definitely run defragment, and you start that just by clicking the defrag disk button. And like I said, that can take a few hours, so you might want to run it overnight. Now, the disk defragmenter that comes with Windows isn't the only option out there. There's other programs that you can buy that do this even quicker, or that have extra options, like they'll do it on a schedule, or when it's finished, it'll shut your computer off. So if you want some advanced features with things like that, definitely look for those products. They're not expensive, and some even come with your antivirus. Well, thanks for watching, and that was your Tech Time tip.